Imagine standing in the heart of the Sudanese desert, a vast golden sea of sand under a burning sun. To the untrained eye, it looks barren and lifeless. But hidden beneath this silence lies a treasure so immense it has drawn the attention of the world's most powerful nations. Gold, uranium, copper, and rare earth elements, minerals essential to modern technology, clean energy, and even military power. These resources are quietly reshaping Sudan's destiny, turning it into a silent battleground of influence, greed, and control. Across boardrooms, foreign embassies, and dusty mining fields, the struggle for Sudan's minerals is unfolding like a modern gold rush, one that could change global power dynamics. But behind the shining promises of development lies a darker truth. Who truly benefits from this hidden wealth? Why are countries thousands of miles away so deeply invested in Sudan's soil? And what does this competition mean for the people who live on the land itself? Stay with me because in the next few minutes we'll uncover the real story, the hidden forces driving this race for Sudan's earth minerals, and why the world's biggest powers are all watching this one nation so closely. Sudan sits at the crossroads of Africa and the Arab world, bordered by the Red Sea, Egypt, and the heart of the continent. For centuries, its deserts and mountains have hidden untold riches. Ancient trade routes once carried gold and gemstones from this land to pharaohs and merchants. But in today's global economy, Sudan's importance has re-emerged for a very different reason. Its mineral wealth has become vital to the 21st century's technological and industrial revolution. Gold from Sudan fuels regional black markets, while its uranium and rare earth elements could power everything from nuclear plants to electric vehicles. Yet despite this potential, Sudan has spent decades under the shadow of conflict, coups, and sanctions. Each change in government seems to bring new promises of development, yet the ordinary Sudanese citizen sees little improvement. What lies beneath the surface is not just geological, it's geopolitical. Sudan's minerals have become a bargaining chip in global politics, and every power that claims to help the country often has deeper interests at play. This video takes you inside that complex web, from the sands of Darfur to the offices of Moscow, Beijing, and Washington, to reveal why Sudan's soil has become one of the world's most sought-after prizes. Sudan's underground landscape is nothing short of extraordinary. It holds vast deposits of gold, making it one of Africa's top producers, second only to Ghana in some estimates. Gold rush towns have sprung up across the country, from the Nubian desert to South Kordofan, where miners risk their lives in harsh conditions. But gold is only the beginning. Beneath the same ground lies uranium, used in nuclear energy and weapons, chromium and manganese, crucial for steelmaking, copper and iron ore, essential for infrastructure, and rare earth elements, the hidden backbone of modern electronics. These rare earths are particularly valuable because they power smartphones, wind turbines, electric cars, and even advanced missile systems. In short, Sudan's minerals are not just commodities, they're strategic resources. Geological surveys suggest that more than half the country's territory remains unexplored, hinting at even greater potential. But this abundance is a double-edged sword. Without strong institutions or fair governance, natural wealth often becomes a curse. In Sudan, many fear that the same minerals that could lift the nation out of poverty are instead deepening corruption, conflict, and exploitation. And as global demand for these resources rises, so does the race to control Sudan's mineral-rich soil. The story of Sudan's minerals cannot be told without looking beyond its borders. Across the globe, superpowers are competing fiercely for access to the resources that sustain modern life. China, through its Belt and Road Initiative, has invested billions of dollars in African infrastructure. And Sudan is a key link in that chain. Chinese companies have already established mining operations and secured export routes to the Red Sea. Russia, meanwhile, has also entered the race. Through private military groups, it has reportedly supported local factions in exchange for gold mining rights, a way to fund operations and bypass Western sanctions. The United States and Europe, worried about losing influence, are attempting to counter this presence by offering diplomatic and financial partnerships. Yet behind every development deal lies strategic calculation. Control over resources like rare earths means control over future technology, from electric cars to fighter jets. In this global game, Sudan has become more than a country. It's a resource hub that could tilt the balance of power. The competition is fierce, the players are powerful, and the stakes could not be higher. But for Sudan, foreign interest is both opportunity and danger. To understand why Sudan's minerals have become so contested, you have to look at its internal politics. Since the fall of Omar al-Bashir in 2019, Sudan has faced wave after wave of instability. Civil unrest, coups, and clashes between the army and paramilitary groups have torn the nation apart. Yet behind these conflicts often lie economic interests, particularly over gold and mining rights. Reports have revealed how rival generals and militias control vast gold smuggling networks, using profits to fund weapons and political power. These networks operate beyond state control, often with the quiet support of foreign actors who gain access to resources in return. This isn't new. Throughout history, external powers have used instability to secure influence, and Sudan's current chaos offers the perfect cover. Each side claims legitimacy, but the real battle is often underground, for control of the land and the wealth it contains. The more fractured Sudan becomes, the easier it is for outsiders to step in, negotiate secret deals, and extract resources without accountability. What may appear as a political struggle is, in many ways, a resource war disguised as governance. Power in Sudan isn't just about leadership, it's about who owns the earth itself. While the world's powers compete for control, ordinary Sudanese citizens are paying the price. In remote mining towns, thousands of men and even children dig for gold using mercury and cyanide, toxic chemicals that poison rivers and soil. Whole communities have been displaced as mining companies, both local and foreign, claim land for extraction. Environmental damage spreads silently. Trees cut down, water sources polluted, farmland destroyed. For many families, the dream of finding gold turns into a nightmare of disease and poverty. The profits rarely stay in Sudan. They flow outward through smuggling networks and foreign accounts. Meanwhile, the government struggles to regulate the sector or protect its people. International observers call it a resource curse, when natural wealth fuels inequality instead of development. Yet despite the hardship, hope still flickers. Local activists and community leaders are demanding transparency, fair contracts, and cleaner mining practices. They know that Sudan's minerals could be a blessing if managed wisely. But until that happens, the human cost of this mineral race will continue to grow, unseen and unheard beneath the roar of global competition. The future of Sudan's mineral wealth hangs in the balance. On one side lies the promise of transformation, billions in potential revenue that could build schools, hospitals, and industries. On the other side is the risk of deeper corruption, exploitation, and dependence on foreign powers. The global demand for rare minerals is not slowing down. As the world shifts toward renewable energy and digital technology, resources like lithium, cobalt, and rare earths will define the next economic era. Sudan could position itself as a key supplier, but that requires stability, good governance, and investment in local industries, not just extraction. International organizations and African alliances are urging Sudan to adopt transparent mining laws and share profits with local communities. But change won't come easily. The power struggle between local elites and foreign interests remains intense. Sudan now faces a critical question. Will it repeat the mistakes of other resource-rich nations, or can it chart a new path where its minerals serve its people first? The answer will shape not just Sudan's future, but Africa's role in the global economy for decades to come. Sudan's story is one of contrasts, of immense wealth buried under poverty, of opportunity shadowed by exploitation. Beneath its deserts lies the power to fuel the technologies of tomorrow, yet above ground, its people still struggle for stability and fairness. The race for Sudan's earth minerals reveals a larger truth about our world. Resources may belong to nations, but their control often rests in the hands of the few. Gold and rare earths may bring profit, but they can also bring conflict if misused. The question then is not whether Sudan is rich. It already is. The question is whether that wealth can finally benefit those who have lived on that land for centuries. As global powers continue to compete, Sudan stands at a crossroads. Its minerals could either trap it in endless cycles of exploitation or empower it to rise as a leader in Africa's economic future. The choice lies in how the nation and the world decide to act. Because in the end, the true value of Sudan's earth minerals, one, to be measured in dollars or tons of ore, but in the lives they change and the justice they bring. Thanks for watching. If you found this story insightful, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the hidden forces shaping our world. See you next time.